So 8.2, we've talked about the Pythagorean theorem so far. So now we're going to put the Pythagorean theorem into some application problems. Okay, so number 15 says a baseball diamond is actually a square with size of 90 feet. So if a runner tries to steal second base, how far must the catcher, who's at home plate, throw to get the runner out? And then, given this information, explain why runners are more often going to try to steal second base than third base. Okay, so we start out by setting up by drawing our picture. Okay, so we've got our picture right here of our baseball diamond, which again is a square technically. So we know that it's going to be 90 feet. Okay, so I wrote in a few of the 90 feet sides. And so what I also did was I kind of drew a dotted line to kind of show the path that the catcher is going to have to throw to second base. Okay, so now if we ignore this left side of our picture, what we've got is we have a right triangle. Okay, because remember, a square has right angles, so this side from home to first, and then this side from first to second create a right angle. And I know that both of these side lengths are going to be 90, and so these 90s are my legs. So if I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem, I can set it up as 90 squared plus 90 squared is equal to x squared. And x squared is going to represent this dotted line. Okay, so x squared is going to represent the distance from home to second base. Okay, so I take 90 squared and I square it, then I should get 8,100, and then when I add that to another one, I'll get 16,200, which would be equal to x squared. And so then when I take the square root of both sides of that, I'm going to get 127.3 feet. Okay, so the length of that dotted line is going to be 127.3 feet. So then, given this information, explain why runners are more often going to try to steal second base than third. Well, it's merely because the distance from second to third, so if the catcher is thrown to third base, he's only got to throw 90 feet. But if he's having to throw to second base, he's got to throw 127.3 feet, which is a lot longer. It's going to take a lot longer for the ball to get there. So that's why runners are going to be more often to steal second than third.